Now, I told you that landscapes were very popular, and then I didn't give you any examples. So here, this is a great example. This is by Jacob van Ruijsdel, and this is a view of the city of Haarlem. Now, more specifically, Haarlem is in the background here, and then we are looking in the foreground at the bleaching grounds. So, view of Haarlem with bleaching grounds. There's Haarlem. And then here in the foreground, in the front, are the bleaching grounds. The sky, oh, it's so big. It dominates the scene. It's a way of connecting the humanity of the city and of the people with the larger world, more specifically, God. This painting is a beautiful example of Protestant faith and its expressions of nature as God. Now, one of the arguments, and I apologize again that we did not get to talk much about the differences in doctrine as I would have liked, but one of the main principles for the Protestant faith was that God is found in the Bible and in nature and not in the hierarchy of the church, right? So when we look at this image, we're supposed to be overwhelmed by the beauty of these clouds in this landscape because God is greater, because God is found in nature, not in the church. Here, the majesty of that God fills up 2/3 of this composition. Man is so much smaller. And that's humanity. You and your little life is even more insignificant. Let's get into a detail here. So just to help you, these types of scenes, remember our vocabulary word, genre painting, everyday life. Here we are. There's our detail. So the bleaching grounds. The bleaching grounds are where they're literally bleaching fabric. So we see these long bolts of cloth being laid out in the beautiful sunlight to be bleached or brightened. And Haarlem, the city in the background here. Now, Haarlem had just recently gone through a major landfill project because a lot of this marshland or bog was uninhabitable. And so it's also a feat of humankind or human engineering that they did this massive landfill project that allowed for then these types of structures or what's the word I'm looking for? Industries, that's it. Industries like these bleaching grounds to be conducted within the city boundaries or near the city of Haarlem. So while man may dominate and control land, like landfills, the reality is we are so small and so insignificant to the beauty and grandeur of nature, aka God. Now these types of scenes, like I said, they were very popular, and I wish I could show you more, but this is the one that's in your textbook, so this is the one I highlight. Now I am going to show you, or I am going to link to a video down below this video. Okay, let me say that again, less confusing. I'm going to put a link to another video about this underneath my lecture video because I like the amount of detail and discussion of context that it goes into. All right, bye.